Alright, so I thought I'd do a little video on black pine snakes. This is my female right here. She's probably about 2 years old, and she's already got some pretty good decent size on her. But we're going to talk a little bit about the history and information relating to Pituophis lodini, which is commonly known as the black pine snake. So in 1924, this species was described by Frank Blanchard, who is a professor of zoology at the University of Michigan. Till then, they remained undiscovered. The adults probably go around full size average between 48 and 64 inches, but their record is 89 inches. This girl is far from that. Still have the keeled scales like most pine snakes. So the difference is between eastern indigos and black pine snakes. I got an indigo that I'll be showing you here in just a minute. That shows a little bit of the differences between scales and color. Alright, well, black pine snakes are known as the poor man's indigo snake. What I have here with me is exactly an eastern indigo snake, Dimarchon cooperi. The differences between black pines and eastern indigos is eastern indigos have a smooth scale, more octagon shaped. Black pines are keeled scaled and more oval shaped. Let's see, what else? Black pines and indigos do reflect iridescence in the sunlight, but the eastern indigo reflects a lot more of that rainbowish pattern, iridescent glow when the sun is in direct contact with their body. The ventrals on black pines really show a good iridescent sheen. Indigos have a good iridescent sheen all over the body, and sometimes they're found with red throats. And this guy is a typical wild type indigo. He's solid black. He does get that beautiful iridescent color when he's out in the sunlight. This is a little male. Indigos obviously don't hiss like a Pituophis or a black pine that we're referring to, but they do sometimes have a little bit of a huff to them. I don't know if you can hear it. Let's see. He's not doing it right now, but sometimes you'll hear him when we're cleaning tubs and stuff. They'll just shh, 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 shh. It's like a little huffy kind of pattern to them. But pine snakes, as you guys know, when they get mad, they let you have it. They'll hiss all day long at you. Both very similar though. A lot of times the people will be confused by what type of snake they saw in the wild. I've heard people say, oh, it was a pine snake that turns out to be an indigo or a black racer. These guys get a lot of confusion, but you know when it's a black racer or a black pine or an indigo. Black pines and indigos are way more hefty than black racers. Indigos I think are probably a little more hefty than a black pine snake. We have adults here that are like bigger than a softball around. So black pine snake, I got a big boy that I'll bring out here in a little bit. He's 6 feet, but he's nowhere near that circumference. But the eastern indigo is a beautiful snake, and you can see why they would get confused with black pine. But if you don't want an eastern indigo snake, that's just too bad, as they're fully protected federally, and you will have to stick with a black pine snake and just be happy with that. The black pine snake does occur in Florida, but only in the panhandle regions of Florida near Escambia County. Black pine snakes also will interbreed with the Florida pine snake, Pituophis mugidus, creating a offspring with a little bit more light pattern of a black pine snake. It's probably more of a chocolate color, where it's going to be more of a brownish, maybe a dark tan with some blotches in it, but it definitely is not going to look like the light color phase of a natural Florida pine. You can definitely tell differences. Pure black pine snakes naturally, historically occur in Alabama and into eastern Louisiana. So historically, black pine snakes occur in southwestern Alabama to extreme Louisiana. They're going to mostly live in dry sandy habitats, pine forest, mixed scrub oak, and be hunting for pocket gophers, but have been known to eat and raid birds' nests and eat eggs and other small invertebrates that they can power down. They use those coils, these strong coils down a pocket gopher burrow to push all the little pocket gophers up against the wall, and might even be able to eat 2 to 3 at a time. And then when breeding, most of the breeding, like other pine snakes, occurs in spring. They'll probably have, between 4 and 8 pretty decent sized eggs, and the babies will come out between 18 and 20 inches. Hopefully this year this girl's going to produce some eggs for us, and we should be able to have some babies up on pituophisproject.com. You guys can check back on the products page and see what we got available this upcoming spring into fall. So if you look close at this girl's scales, you can see that they have a keel to them, a more oval shape, as where indigos have a different color squared off octagonal, I guess you could say, scale, and are smooth. So if you guys have any questions about black pine snakes, you can comment below, send me an email, or go to pituophisproject.com. We have some info over there on that page. Always feel free to ask any question you like. No question is a goofy question, so anything you have or want answered, let me know. Thanks for watching.